Last night we got an inch of rain. It's very cool today. In fact, the spring and summer has been very pleasant. And this is my backyard, and then you can see that the grass is laying flat there because I had water running down through there. And I'm just going to show you my place. The clematis is just about finished blooming. It is so gorgeous when it is full bloom. And this is the back of my house. And I have these wisteria that are growing on my pergola. Now let's go look at the garden. That's my sorry-ass deck, which by July 6th is going to be doubled in size, and then it will look pretty good. And I want you to know that I made... So this is my asparagus patch. We ate asparagus from there for 6 weeks. And over here is a cherry bush. And the birds got all the little tiny cherries. And this is an apricot tree. And if you look closely, you will see some apricots. There's some up there. My wife loves to make apricot jam. Then here we have a pear tree. It has yet to produce any pears. I don't know what the problem is. This is an apple tree, and it is susceptible to cedar rust. That's why the leaves look so shitty. But it's a winter apple. So in late fall, I have these yellow apples. And this is my grape, or my little tiny vineyard. And this year, just look at all the grapes I'm going to get. I definitely will make some grape wine. I mean, I'll make some wine from these grapes. Let me say that. So, we'll walk down through the vineyard here. And then at the end, we have my best apple tree, which is a dwarf. But it makes apples every year. Just loaded with them. Well, here's some pepper plants in my tomato patch. I have some more peppers on the other side of the tomatoes. I have 6 rows of corn, and my corn would fall down when it got wet and the wind blew. And I got on the internet and I realized I wasn't planting the seed deep enough. It needs to be planted at least 4 inches. So as we go along here, you see there's more pepper plants, and then eggplant, and then those are cucumbers. In the center section is my potatoes, and I've got 2 different kinds. You can see that one kind is already blooming and the other kind is taller, and I have no idea what kind of potato I did plant. And there I have those bushes there. That's zucchini and yellow squash, and behind them is going to be winter squash, or what's called acorn squash. And this is my bush beans, and You can see that they are blooming. Probably in a couple of weeks we'll be picking beans. We have been eating a lot of broccoli. This is my broccoli. And if we go look down there, I've got cauliflower, and on the very end there's some kohlrabi. Right next to the broccoli plants are cabbage. You see they're starting to make nice heads. And I have you can't barely, well, maybe you can see them. That's a row of beets next to the onions. And then we have my raised bed. Thanks to Muggins, I have left the onions on the ends, and I'm getting wonderful carrots. Those are parsnips right there next to the carrots. And because the weather has been so cool, we've had lettuce right up into, it's going to be July. And then my wife loves curly endive, which she likes to boil, and I think it tastes like shit. And these are my raspberries, which I thought the winter had killed, but they all came up from the roots. So I don't know if I'll get raspberries or not. This is a currant plant that I damn near killed because of stupidity. I hope it comes back. This is a young currant bush that I planted this spring, and it's right next to my rhubarb plants, and my wife makes a delicious rhubarb fluff. It's to die for. And now let's continue around my garden. Here's some more zucchini and yellow squash. We make a dish with chopped up, sliced zucchini, yellow squash, potatoes, and onions, all fried together. And my God, is that good. And then, you see, I've got to pick those two kohlrabi. They're going to get too big, and I won't know what to do with them. And so now we're just on the back side, and I'll just do a pan. And I'm standing here with amongst my plum trees. I have 3 different kinds of plums, and you can see that I have lots of plums on this tree. In fact, when the wind blows, they fall off. Look at all those plums I'm going to have. Just wonderful. And then in the distance there, that's a cherry tree and another dwarf cherry tree. And that takes care of my yard, my house, and my garden.